Hey, Mr. Arthur here. I thought I would share my most favorite red spots on World's Edge Season 7 because for someone who solo queues a lot, I know how frustrating it can be to play by yourself when you can't res your teammates and they died in a fight. So yeah, the first red spot is right at the geyser with these little, I don't even know what to call them, towers where you can literally either grapple up or fly in from the geyser. You can also use Horizon. And yeah, it's a really sneaky spot. The reason why I like this spot is mainly because nobody's really able to shoot you unless the enemy teams are losing their own cover, which kind of creates a really nice triangle where if any team even tried to push you or throw grenades, they would be stopped by the enemies. Number 2 is a little bit sneaky because it is right next to the geyser and you kind of have to be careful that you don't get sucked in and fly away. Also be careful because any teams that come in from the distance could potentially see you because the rocks don't render that far. The third one is also right next to the geyser. This one is a very special one because I rarely ever use it, but it's incredibly OP because usually not even a Bloodhound can scan you here or notices you here. Number 4, the Lava City Tunnel. This one is a very sneaky spot when you don't really have anywhere to go and you hear people shooting. The tunnel is the only thing that isn't occupied yet. This will definitely buy you a lot of time. At number 5, we have the Epicenter. This one is a very old red spot. However, I find it to be incredibly useful because I find myself very often in a situation where people don't really look properly when they go up and you're able to get a bunch of free KP if you have an Arc Star, grenades, anything, or just beam a single person while he's checking the zone. It's always easy KP. Number 6 is a little bit of a tricky one. I usually just use it to escape or go out of combat. Is it third parties or my squad just gets pretty much wiped and I know I won't be able to run away because there's too many squads around me. It's also really useful to just bat up safely and then be able to hop into the action again. At number 7, we have this little rat hole and people usually don't ever check it. You can pretty much use it with any legend and whether you have to go to the bathroom, just, I don't know, buy some extra time, it's always really good. This spot is right next to the rat hole. The main reason why I wanted to put it into the video is because many times you have very limited spots at train yard and very often people just walk by, they don't really check anything. At number 8, we have a rather old red spot again. I find it extremely useful because sometimes when the zone ends at the center of Skyhook, this is a really good spot to get into the end game and maybe even come back eventually. At number 9, we have a lot of rocks, which have a lot of individual red spots. However, I still felt like I want to show them because very often people just walk past by here, especially if the bins are still closed. It is very easy to just surprise an enemy team. It's less of a red spot but more of a surprise spot. At number 10, the Tree Factory Tower. I know, I didn't know any other name to describe it exactly. But anyways, if you see those two pipes that I'm going to grapple up, these usually have a timer on it. However, if you hide behind them, you can stay there for as long as you want, which is incredibly useful if the zone is pulling towards this way or you want to buy some time. Also, on the other side, we have this little room where you can climb up the TVs and potentially go even higher if you want to. You can climb up these generators, and if you're incredibly creative, you can also grapple or climb up these pipes. You have to, it's kind of tricky if you do it with any other legend than Pathfinder, but still very OP, especially if you bunker up with Caustic. It is really useful to have at least one guy up there to kind of have an eye on both doors and melt whoever is coming through it. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment and a like, and if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe. I'm also frequently streaming on Twitch under the name Mr. Arthur. I thought I'd put in this end sequence because while recording this video, this was basically the first time ever that I had a win without even dealing any damage. I didn't do anything, I just won. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Take care.